Welcome all class 2 students. I am your computer teacher and in our today's class we will learn about input and output devices. Okay, as we already know that a computer is an electronic machine. It has four basic parts, that is monitor, CPU, keyboard and mouse. Okay, so these parts of a computer are known as input and output devices. Yes, these parts of a computer are known as input and output devices. Okay, so in our today's class, we will discuss in detail about all input and output devices. Okay, in our today's class, we will discuss all input and output devices. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we will start with input devices. Okay, what is input devices? What are input devices? We will start with. Okay, now what does input means? Okay, before input devices, we will see what is input. What does input means? Okay, so input means the set of instructions that we give to a computer is called input. Okay, the data we provided to a computer is called input. Okay, that means if we want to perform a task or work through a computer, then what we have to do? Firstly, we have to give the instructions to the computer that you have to do this task or that work. Okay, what we have to do? We have to give the instructions to the computer that you have to perform this task. According to our instructions, computer will perform the task. Okay, so our first step is to providing input to the computer. In our first step, we will provide input to the computer. Okay, so whatever instructions we are giving to the computer to perform a task is called an input. Okay, and the devices that helps in giving instructions to the computer are called input devices. Okay, the devices that helps in giving instructions to the computer are called input devices. Keyboard, mouse, joystick, scanner and microphone. These are input devices. Okay, these are input devices. We can give instructions to the computer using these input devices. Okay, depends upon the type of input which we want to provide to the computer. Okay, according to our input, we will select the devices. Okay, but most commonly used input devices are keyboard and mouse. Okay, so let's discuss about input devices in detail. So here we will start with keyboard. Okay, now what is keyboard? Keyboard means okay, a keyboard is an input device. A keyboard is an input device which is used to enter words and numbers into the computer. Okay, a keyboard, it is an input device specially used to enter words and numbers into the computer. Okay, it consists of different keys through which we can enter data into a computer. Okay, and these keys are alphabetic keys, number keys and symbol keys. Okay, with the help of these keys or by pressing these keys through the keyboard, we can enter input to the computer. We can provide input to the computer by pressing these keys from the keyboard. Okay, so that is all about a keyboard. Okay, now move towards the next input device, which is mouse. Okay, a mouse is another most commonly used input device. Okay, a mouse, it is an input device which is used to draw pictures and select objects on the screen. It is also known as pointing device. Okay, that means the picture you can see on the screen is mouse, and it is most commonly used input device. It is used to draw pictures, selecting objects on the screen. Okay, with the help of a mouse, you can open a file by double clicking on it or just by doing right click on that file. You can open the file. You can also draw pictures in MS Paint. Okay, and you can also select files or objects present on your screen using mouse. Okay, so it is another important input device. Okay, now the next input device is joystick. Next input device is joystick. Okay, now what does joystick means? Joystick is also an input device. Okay, it is used to play games on the computer. Okay, especially it is used to play games on the computer. It is used to control the movements of cursor in different directions. It is used to play games on the computer and specially used to control the movements of cursor in different directions. Okay, now the next one is scanner. Okay, scanner, it is an input device. You can see the picture on the screen. Yes, this device is a scanner. Okay, it is an input device which is used to copy and send images to a computer. We can send hard copy images. Okay, we can send hard copy images to computer using the scanner. Okay, we have hard copy images in form of passport size photograph. If we want to enter that particular photograph into the computer, then using the scanner we can scan this hard copy image. Then scanner will convert this image into a soft copy form and we can easily enter this image into the computer system using the scanner. Okay, so it is an input device used to copy and send images to a computer. Okay, these images can be in the form of photographs, drawing and logos. Okay, a scanner is just like a photocopy machine. Okay, now the next one is microphone. Okay. This device is known as microphone, and it is also an input device which is used to record voice in the computer. Okay, when you speak over a microphone, you can record your voice or other sounds into the computer. Okay, it is used to take voice input. Okay, it is used to take voice input. Okay, so that is all about microphone. Okay, now the next input device is web camera. Next input device is web camera. You can see the picture of web camera. Yes, it is also an input device. Okay. A web camera is an input device that is used to capture photograph and store it in a computer. Okay, so here we discussed all input devices. Now we will discuss about output devices. Okay, now we will study about output devices. What are output devices? We will going to see here in this topic. Okay. Okay. So first we will talk about an output. What does output means, or what is the meaning of output? So output means the result Output means the result that comes after processing is called output. Okay, the result that comes after processing on an input is called output. Okay, for example, you have given input to the computer. Suppose you have given any two numbers to the computer to perform addition on that number. Okay, suppose you have given 2 and 5 for performing addition to the computer. Then in this case, these two numbers 2 and 5 are your input. Then you have provided these input or these number to the computer to perform addition on this number. Okay, so first you need to enter instructions to the computer. That means you need to provide input to the computer. Here your input is 2 and 5. Then after providing the input, your computer will process this input. Okay, your computer will process on that input. Okay, that means your CPU will process. Processing means what? Processing means addition. Okay, here we want that our computer perform addition on this number. So what our computer will do here? Our computer will perform addition on both the numbers. Okay, so CPU will perform addition on this number. So here addition is the processing. Okay, so here addition is the processing that is done by the CPU, and after processing done by the CPU, whatever result will be given to us is known as output. Okay, after processing on the input, okay, after processing done by the CPU on an input, the result, whatever result will display on the screen is defined as an output. Okay, that result will known as output. So here in such case our output will be 7. Okay, in our case our output will be 7 because we have given two numbers. What two numbers were? 2 and 5, and we have also given input that your computer has to perform addition on that number. So processing done by the CPU is addition. What processing will be performed by CPU? CPU will perform addition on both this number. Okay, so after processing done by the CPU, whatever result we will get, that will our output. Okay, that will our whatever result we will get, that is our output. So our result will be 7. Our output will be 7. Okay, so that is input, that is processing, and that is output. Okay, so here we will discuss about an output devices. Okay, we have already discussed about input devices. Okay, now after processing done by the CPU on an input, we will get the result, we will get the output. Okay, and in this topic we will discuss about output devices. Okay, so what are output devices? The devices that help in getting and viewing desired result are called output devices. Okay, those devices helps in getting and viewing desired result are called as output devices. Okay, for example, okay, for example, monitor. A monitor is an output device. Okay, a monitor, it is an output device. It is Monitor is an output device which is used to display the result on the screen. Okay, monitor is used to display the result on the screen. Okay, here you can see the picture of monitor. Monitor, it is most commonly used output device which is used to display the result on the screen. Okay, monitor is also known as VDU. Another name of monitor is VDU, that means visual display unit. Okay, we can also call monitor as VDU, and the full form of VDU is visual display unit. Monitor is also known as VDU and it is most commonly used output device. Okay, now the next output device is printer. Okay, our next output device is printer. A printer is an output device which is used to get output on a paper. Okay, a printer, it is an output device specially used to get output on a paper. Okay, that means in your computer some drawings is stored, okay, or any drawing is stored in your computer and that drawing is in the form of soft copy. Okay, that drawing is in the form of soft copy. Now you want to get this drawing on paper. You want that this soft copy will be copied on a paper, on a hard. This soft copy will be converted into a hard copy. Then how you will get this soft copy on a paper? With the help of printer, you can get the printout of this drawing on your paper. Okay, so with the help of printer, you can take out print out of this picture and you will get hard copy of this image. Okay, so printer is an output device which is used to get output on a paper. Okay, so that is all about printer. Now next output device is speaker. As you can see the picture of speaker on the screen, yes, these are speaker. Okay, speakers are an output device. They are used to give output in the form of sound. Speakers, these are in output devices and we used speaker to listen sound, to hear sound. Okay, they provide us output in the form of sound. We connected these to our computer, and with the help of this speaker we are able to listen sound from a video or audio. Okay, with the help of this speaker we are able to listen sound of a video or an audio. So speakers are an output devices. They are used to give output in the form of sound. Okay. Okay. So here in this lesson, in this class, we discussed about an input devices and output devices. Okay. So students, that's all for our today's class.